This is question 41 on chemistry from the 2020 IMAT. So we're asked what is represented by the formula Br2. So A, a compound of the element bromine, B, two separate bromine atoms, C, a molecule of the element bromine, D, a molecule of the compound bromine, and E, two bromide ions. So firstly, what do we think about statement A? So the important thing here is to think about the definition of a compound. What is this? So a compound has to consist of at least two elements. And so does Br2 represent a compound? Well, no, it does not, because there is only one type of element present in Br2, which is bromine. So it cannot be a compound, and so A is not strictly accurate. What about B? Is this two separate bromine atoms? Well, no, because we have this small 2 after the bromine, which means that they are both present in the same entity. And so if it was two separate bromine atoms, it would be represented like so, as 2Br rather than Br2. So this is not the case. Then what about C? Is Br2 a molecule of the element bromine? Well, what is a molecule? So a molecule is any sort of entity with atoms bonded together. And so it doesn't matter if there is only one type of element, contrary to what we talked about with the compound. And so it looks like this is indeed a molecule, because we have this small 2, meaning that these are both present in the same entity and therefore bonded together. And what about element? Is bromine definitely an element? Well, yes it is, because it's one type of atom. And so it looks like there's nothing wrong with C, and that Br2 is indeed a molecule of the element bromine. Let's quickly look at D and E to see why they're wrong. So, molecule of the compound bromine, what's the problem here? Well, bromine itself is not a compound, it is an element, and so this is just the wrong choice of words because of reasons that we've just outlined. And then for E, two bromide ions, what would this look like if this was actually the case? So again, we'd have this big 2 in front of it, and bromide ions carry a negative charge. So we've shown that C is the strictly accurate way of describing what's represented by Br2. So this is our final answer.